Hi, it's Jim here again. Welcome back to the 12th month millionaire, where we're going to show you how to achieve more in the next 12 months than you did in the last 12 years. So I got this email from Jim Edwards at Funnel Scripts. We're actually affiliate partners of ClickFunnels and Funnel Scripts. And Funnel Scripts is a brilliant piece of software that allows you to write brilliant copy. You just fill in the forms, click a button, and it gives you a sales letter and a postcard and headlines and everything else. Brilliant piece of software. I'll put a link below for you. So today I want to talk about an email that I got from Jim Edwards, because this really hit the nail on the head for me today. And it's called "Why Just Building Your Tribe on Facebook is Business Suicide." And this is a mistake that a lot of people have made. It's one that we nearly made, but we kind of got away with it. And the reason we got away with it is what I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. So let's just talk a little bit about what Jim Eds was getting on about. So virtually everybody thinks you should be using Facebook to build your tribe. In fact, when people talk about building your tribe, they almost usually mean Facebook or some kind of social media, right? Now, a lot of people believe that it's free, that's why they love it so much, but it's not free. And Jim Edwards says very brilliantly that this is one of the most expensive business mistakes that you can ever make in your business, okay? Why? Okay, so let's look at three reasons. Censorship. This has happened to me a few times, and I'm actually recording another video over this weekend. I've actually recorded it 3 or 4 times talking about my success and big failure just before COVID. And I keep re-recording the video because I don't feel that I'm really doing it justice and getting to the point and the reasons why I failed. But this just inspired me to really think about it. So if you're relying on Facebook, right? If they don't like what you're doing, they can just turn you off. They can just block your Facebook account, block your ad account. They do this all the time, and they can block your page or your group. And usually they'll usually say something like, it doesn't meet the community standards, right? But you know, Jim goes on here, just ask anyone who's had their ad account shut down. They cannot figure out why or what they did wrong. Same thing happened to me. 3 or 4 times that I remember, and I think 3 of those 4 times I managed to get Facebook to reopen it. But that was after weeks and weeks of not having any traffic, not having any access to it. So that's a big problem with censorship. In other words, if you say something that they don't like. So one of my taglines was how to get more customers, how to convert more traffic into customers without relying on the evil giants, right? I talked about Facebook and Google as the evil giants. Well, they actually banned my ads because of that. Now, by the way, we do a lot of offline marketing as well as online marketing, which I'll talk about later. But they can censor you for saying stuff. So if I call Facebook evil giants on my page or my group, they can just go flick a button. No, we don't like that. and basically you're fucked. So they can shut down your account without warning. Jim Edwards says it happened to him. He was put in Facebook jail, he calls it, for 3 weeks. And I've been in Facebook jail for longer than that. In fact, we ended up in Facebook jail for about 3 or 4 months. And when we got the account opened up again, then they closed it. It's been closed ever since. Well, we were able to open another Facebook account. But anyway, so and again, if they do that to you, you know, it's there's really very little you can do about it. Facebook will sell your hard work and pay you nothing. So when you create a Facebook group and a whole bunch of followers, just say you've got, say, 10,000 people following you. We've actually got about 35,000 people in our Facebook membership or Facebook page, not even a group. But Facebook can sell that. So Facebook will allow other advertisers, competitors, to advertise in your group and on your newsfeed, whether it's your personal newsfeed, your business group, your business page, right? They will sell that information, sell your information to your competitors. Now, okay, the flip side of that is you can get access to other people's competitors. So it is a strategy that everybody can implement. But they will make money by doing so. And, you know, and if you spend all this time and money to get this following, to advertise to them, Do you really want to risk being censored because something you said Facebook didn't like? Do you really want them just to close down your ad account for no good reason, which has happened to me, more times than I can remember? And if you do have that following, are you happy with Facebook letting your competitors get in front of your following? Because that happens. That's what happens. So you can benefit from it. You can still get followers, and you can still bring in traffic and get customers that way. That's all very good. So what's the solution, right? So, okay. So this is what Jim Edwards said. I quite like this. Facebook swoops in to sell access to your folks, to the people who are actively trying to take food out of the mouth of your kids. That's a great way to look at it, because I think as business owners and entrepreneurs, sometimes we're far too nice, right? And we're too nice to the competitor. Sometimes you've got to do joint ventures and stuff, but sometimes we're too nice. And by doing so, we think, okay, it's just a competitor, I just lost a customer. I like to think, like what Jim Edwards just said, you didn't lose a customer. They didn't take some business off you. They took the food out of your kid's mouth. Because I live in Thailand, we spend a lot of money sending our kids to an international school, and it's even more expensive to do it in Thailand than it is back in Scotland or the UK. But we have to do it for a number of reasons. But if I'm losing business to my competitors, I can actually, if I don't manage my business properly, which happened before, I've got to take my kids out of the school, So I'm sure we'll always find the food, but I will have to take my kids out of the school, taking food out of your kid's mouth. If you think about it like that, it makes it a bit more real, a bit more serious. And Jim says, now, how smart is that? It's actually pretty dumb. That's why I would say this is business suicide. If you build up your tribe on Facebook, so how do you beat Facebook at their own game? Simple. You use Facebook to get people onto your email list, and I added a little bit in here. So this is my addition. So Jim talks about get people onto your email list, so you've got another list that you own, you control. You can back it up on a spreadsheet. You've always got control of it. And if Facebook blocks you or they close you down, you're covered. But I would like to add, you also want an SMS list of their phone numbers, and most importantly, you want the postal address, right? You want I'll just put in here because I'm going to make a note of this later. You want their email address, your name and email address. You want their phone number, their smartphone number, and you want the postal address. Why? It's because it's incredibly valuable. You can contact them through other media. SMS is going to get a better response than just an email. Combine them together, it works even better. Direct mail, letters and postcards in the post are going to get a better response than just email or SMS. I encourage you to do all of them. And I encourage people to do social media, SMS, email and direct mail, right? I would also add telemarketing as well if you want to add something else onto that. But if you've got those lists, your list is the most valuable thing that you have, right? Your tribe, if you like, is the most valuable asset that you'll have in any business, because you could come up with a different product later on and you can still sell that to them. You can still solve problems for them. But here's another thing. If you ever want to sell your business, you're not really selling a website or a social media following, you're selling a list, right? Your list is worth an absolute fortune. So when somebody comes along and wants to buy your business, the funnel is one thing, the website's another thing, your Facebook following, kind of difficult to give that to somebody, but people can take over your page. But what they would really be buying is a list of phone numbers, names, phone numbers, email addresses, and postal addresses. You can get that. You can use that to upsell, downsell people for years to come. But you can sell that as a going concern. You can sell those assets. They'll be worth more money than your website, guaranteed. So there you go. Do not just build your following on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere else, because it could close you down at a moment's notice, or some new technology comes along and doesn't work quite as well. Get them off social media onto other platforms, and then you can use those platforms to get them back onto social media and get them back onto your website sales funnel as well as you need it. So that's pretty much in a nutshell, guys and girls. Building your tribe on Facebook or social media or just YouTube is business suicide. So that's all for today. See you on the next podcast. Bye for now.